We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight to stay above 435 in today's volatility and continuing to push up to higher resistance levels. And we're going to talk about the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. And in today's volatility, our SPY buy sent out a bull indicator at 10:25 a.m. And from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside. Full strength there on 42 vision, and call options went up 200% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight here in this tight range. We're going to talk about what's going on with the inflow versus outflow, bull and bear indicators, and key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run of the day was from our AMD bot. Our AMD bot sent out a bull indicator at 9:05 a.m. And from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength there on 42 vision, and call options went up 100% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight to go higher after doing a full transition yesterday from red bars to bright green bars, back down to red bars 2 times, and now back up to bright green bars. If this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, under a bull indicator yesterday, and outflows had began. They went ahead and crossed over in the first half of the day, brought itself back up, no bear indicator, and in this chop, inflows have dominated here into the end of the day, bouncing back up to retest the highs of the day up here around the 437 area. And this is something to definitely not ignore and miss here, how crucial these inflows versus outflows are going to be going into tomorrow. And we're going to break it down in today's video. But the first thing is, when we zoom out here and look at this from the 1 hour, we could see here how the outflows were trying to dominate, but it never crossed down that bull indicator from yesterday at 433.07. If you want to just round that down to 433, you can. It turned out to never get canceled by a bear indicator, and the outflows never crossed down, right? This volatility here was being held up within the inflow staying above the midpoint, even though there was outflows and it was in a tight consolidation. but now things are pushing higher after those inflows went ahead and switched from red to green and pulled away from the midpoint and currently sitting at 1.41 of inflows, and it has room to go higher based off the history of the chart. Today in the pre-market, it was at 2.81, and yesterday it hit highs of 3.74. So something to not ignore there is room to go higher, not guaranteed, but if it does and continues pushing higher, it could continue to reflect that possible strength into these charts. And I'm going to be watching that very closely going into tomorrow's trading day. And I would not ignore it here, how these inflows are trying to pick back up. And on the 30-minute, it's back up above the midpoint after crossing below it in the first half. And in the 15-minute, we could see within the volatility, the bull and bear indicators, the inflow versus outflow crossovers. But in the second half, inflows pick back up. And now it's under a bull indicator here in the after hours, trying to continue pushing up higher, and it's going to be crucial and critical going into tomorrow for this bull indicator to hold true and these inflows to stay above, and they're currently sitting at 1.40, and the highs of today of inflows on the 15-minute went all the way up to 437.50 area. It was up here at 1.75, and it's not that far from it, and if it could continue going higher, it has room to even go as high as 2.69 after yesterday's run, with that bull indicator and inflow crossover from down here at 432 all the way up to 436. Now, not guaranteed to make the same exact move, but something I would not ignore and overlook here in the volatility of the 15-minute. Now, what are the key levels I would watch? Well, the first thing is support, and 434.50 turned out to be a huge support level here in the first half of the day and throughout the rest of the day, and that's going to be critical and crucial to not ignore that level. If these outflows begin to the downside and cross that midpoint here on the 30-minute and also reflect that weakness into the 15-minute, it starts to pull downwards. Well, it could go ahead and reflect that into the charts very quickly if these outflows cross over and roll over to the 30-minute as well, and that's something I would watch. And the first support again is 434.50. And if that gets broken through, the next support I'll be watching is down at the 433.50 area. And then where the bull indicator popped up at 432.50. So this is the tight range I'll be watching to the downside. Now, to the upside, if these inflows could stay above the midpoint, continue pushing up higher, not just here on the 30-minute, but also here on the 15-minute, and hold this bull indicator true. Same thing with the 30-minute. Hold this bull indicator true and continue that staircase effect. The next resistance I'll be watching is the 437.50 area, and then above that comes the 440 area. Those are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside if these inflows can continue to push higher, not just here on the 30-minute and 15-minute, but also on the 1 hour as it's pulling away from the midpoint and pushing upwards, and it has room based off the history of the chart to go higher. I would not ignore that, and the staircase effect here is still in effect on the 30-minute, on the 1 hour, and these inflows are above the midpoint again and trying to push up on multiple time frames. So I would not ignore that or overlook it at all. I'm going to be watching that very carefully going into tomorrow. These are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators and the inflow versus outflow are going to be crucial. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.